And we're back with some more Hamilton Tigers franchise mode in FHM 11. And in the last one, we went through year number 3 with your Hamilton Tigers. We're looking to build off last year where we went 39, 36, and 7 for 85 points. Of course, we're still in the building process, but we have several prospects who are getting close to, if not already NHL ready, with Ivan Ryabkin, who is currently a 2.5 star ability, 4.5 star potential. Offensive ratings getting up there. Hitting, unfortunately, is a bit low, but it seems like for the most part, he is NHL ready. And then you have Viggo Bjork, our 2nd overall pick from the last draft. He has a 2-star ability, 4.5 star potential. Offensive ratings very well rounded. Good puck handler, good getting open. He's got 19 stamina. He's gonna be able to stay out there forever. 17 acceleration, so he's looking good as well. And then you have Ivar Stenberg, who is up to a 2-star ability, 4-star potential, 18 offensive read, 16 puck handling and passing. Physical category is pretty well rounded besides strength, which was a bit higher, but he is for the most part looking good. And then you have Anton Frundell at a 1.5 star ability, 3.5 star potential. Looks like he's slowly getting better, getting open at 17, screening at 16. Defensive category is a bit weak, but for the most part looks like he'll be ready in the next year or so. So since we are now on June 23rd, let's go ahead and sign a couple of these prospects. As I think it's pretty obvious, we got to sign Ryabkin here. There you go. Offer submitted to Ryabkin. Now as for Stenberg and Bjork, do I really want to expose these two to this team though? I'm almost thinking that one more year in Europe for Stenberg and Bjork would benefit them. Ryabkin could definitely come over right away though. Actually, hold on. Let's check the signing deadlines just to make sure that none of these guys are expiring. So you have Radivojevich expiring this year. You have Soto, Romano, and Ravensbergen all expiring as well. Yeah, I think I'll sign all those guys. So I think with that being done, we will advance to the last day of the 2026-27 season. And here's our season score for the 2026-27 season. We had a winning season and met our objective, failed to reach the playoffs, no other positive or negative categories, and a longevity bonus of 2, bringing our total season score to 18 and a total career score so far of 30. And we'll, of course, continue to boost negotiating. And these are the players that will be walking to free agency of Grzelcyk, Borgen, Kovacevic, and Janssen Fialbi. All right, so here's our roster on July 1st. Let's see what we need. We have 3 goaltenders. Ravensbergen's going to be sent down. Radivojevich, I'm going to send down. 4 defensemen. We need a few defensemen there. Forwards, I'm going to send down Romano and Soto. I believe this is 14 forwards, so we're good in terms of numbers. So let's see if we can find some defensemen in free agency. There is Werenski. There is Lundqvist. There is Ben Gleason. There's Brady Shea, Hampus Lindholm, Damon Severson, Jake Bean, Mike Riley, Marcus Pettersson. I like the look of him. He's got a good defensive category. It looks like we're mostly in need of right defenseman, although Edvinsson unfortunately has not been turning out well. Only a 1.5 star ability still at 24 years of age. Doubt he's going to get much better. I think I'll go after Niels Lundqvist. He's a right defenseman. We need a right defenseman. 26 years of age, 3-star ability. Got some pretty good ratings all around and a pretty good personality as well. As we take a look at his stats, 35 points in 82 games played last year for Utah, 76 hits. So I will approach him with an offer. We'll go $5 million for 3 years. I think next we'll sign Ben Gleason. His attributes are serviceable, I would say. But what I like about Gleason is that he had, in 65 games played last year, 38 points and a 66 grade. So that tells me that he was pretty solid defensively. And not only that, but he also only wants 2.4 for 3 years. So I'll definitely do that. We'll go to 2.75 for 3 years. And I think we'll go after Janice Mosier here. He's 27, 2-star ability, very well-rounded, good personality. He had 24 points last year in 81 games played with Tampa, 58 grade, 126 hits. I'm liking the look of him, so we will offer him a contract. He wants 5.1 for 3 years. I'll give him 2 years at 5.5, and that'll work for him. So now what I want to do, I want to check on the extensions for some of these guys. Wallstedt, he only wants 1.35 as a 2.5 star ability and a 4-star potential, so we'll definitely do that. 25 mil. Yeah, I think that might be a side effect of the unfortunate salary that the game automatically gave him due to adjusting for the salary floor. Yeah, that is definitely not happening. In fact, I think it would be in our best interest to trade Wallstedt right now. So instead, let's just go after either Montebo or Samsonov here. Between Montebo and Samsonov, it looks like Montebo has a much better track record in the simulation. 915, 914, 903, and then compare that to Samsonov, 896, 904, 897. So we'll definitely go after Montebo here. I'll give him $6 million for 3 years. Then I think we'll trade Wallstedt to LA. They can afford to take his cap, and they do need a goaltender. All right, so we can do Wallstedt and a 6th for this year's draft in exchange for a 1st in this year's draft from LA. So I think we'll do that right away, offer trade, and hopefully they accept it before the draft happens. Oh, Niels Lundqvist got a better offer. Let's see, he's asking for effectively 6.5 now. I think we'll take him down to 2 years if he'll do 6.7. Still asking for that 3 years. All right, 6.8 for 2 years, we'll do it. Looks like we're gonna have to do the same for Gleason. He's at 3.33 now, with 3.9 for 2 years. And LA has accepted our offer of Jesper Wallstedt and a 6th for a 1st round pick. Complete trade. There it is. All right, I had to go a little bit higher on Lundqvist because Cleveland still has the best offer. All right, here we go. Time for the draft lottery. So at number 20, you have Detroit, followed up by San Jose, Boston, Calgary, and your Hamilton Tigers at number 16. Continuing on, you have the Rangers, Anaheim, Utah, Nashville, Chicago, Vegas, Portland, Columbus, Islanders, Pittsburgh, Washington, so Ottawa moves up. Houston at number 4. At number 3, you have Cleveland, followed up by Ottawa at number 1 and Seattle at number 2. All right, now it's time for the draft, so let's see who is available for us at number 16. You have 2 3.5-star potentials available in Dorian Eklund-Asp and then Carter Essler, the goaltender. There's also winger prospect Eli McCarney. He's only a 3-star potential, but he's a 1.5-star ability. There's also Jackson Jacobson with a 1.5-star ability, 3-star potential. So I've got a list of 7 players here, 3 forwards, 4 defensemen. We do kind of need defensemen. As far as prospects go, you only have Radivojevich, Hakanson, and Mertka. So we could definitely use another here. And someone who caught my attention for multiple reasons, Owen Hayden, 6'7", 246 pounds, 14 checking. Hitting is only 11 at the moment, so that's a bit of a weakness. But 14 positioning, 14 shot blocking, 14 stick checking, 12 defensive read, wish that was a bit higher. Physical ratings, stamina 15, strength 15. But what's pretty intriguing about him is that he also has a pretty good offensive category. Getting opens only at 11, so that's a bit of a weakness, but passing at 15, offensive read at 16. So I'm liking the look of him, despite the fact that he's only at 2.5-star potential. 71 grade last year in the OJHL and 50 points in 54 games played. Yeah, I'm thinking Owen Hayden here. Despite the fact that he's the lowest potential of all these players, I'm actually liking him the most. I mean, you have Garris here, who looks like he's going to be an offensive defenseman. Aiden Wagner looks like he'll be a pretty solid 2-way defenseman. Then you have Lucas Cochlear, who seems to be I would say the least NHL ready out of the 4 defensemen. And then, of course, you have all the forwards. Let's see, when's our second 1st-round pick? That would be number 32. That's LA's pick. All right, here's what we'll do. We'll take a forward first, probably one of the wingers, because we do have a lot of centers at this point. And then I'm going to hope that Hayden is still there at 32. He should be. So between the 2 wingers, Jacobson and McCarney, I think I like McCarney better. 17 getting open, 15 positioning, and they compare that to 13 positioning, 14 getting open. Jacobson's physical ratings are overall better, I would say, but I'm liking the look of McCarney here. Yeah, 77 grade last year, 77 points in 53 games played in the BCHL. So welcome to the Hamilton Tigers, Eli McCarney, and we're going to hope that Owen Hayden is still available for us at 32. Is he still there? Yes, he is. So Cochlear, Garris, and Hayden are the ones that are still available. Cochlear is definitely a ways away, just based off his current ratings. And then Garris, I like him offensively, but that checking at 11, hitting at 9, and not to mention, he also won't be well liked. So that's actually, I should probably just take him off the draft list after seeing that. I didn't even see that before. So with that, Owen Hayden, welcome to the Hamilton Tigers. So we got both our guys there in the 1st round. I'm pretty happy with that. We also have Cochlear, who's still available in the 2nd round. So unless there's someone else who catches my eye here, I think we'll be taking him. Yeah, I think we'll take Lucas Cochlear. Welcome to the Hamilton Tigers. There's 4 3-star potentials left. Tomas Kamek, Arvid Byström, the goaltender, and Louis Carlson, the center. I think at this point we're definitely, I mean, we do have Ravensbergen and then Charland as well, but I think we'll take the goaltender here, Arvid Byström. Like his personality, had some good stats last year, 939 save percentage in 7 games played. Obviously, that's a pretty small sample size, and then all the years before that, he didn't do as well. But you know what? You can never have too many options in goal because you really never know with this game. So Arvid Byström, welcome to the team. And we are down to 2.5-star potentials now. I'm liking the look of Jensen Marsh. He's got 14 screening, 14 puck handling, 15 offensive read, 14 checking, 14 faceoffs. Seems like a pretty good utility player here. And he's already got that 1-star ability, 2.5-star potential. So Jensen Marsh, welcome to Hamilton. And now one last pick in the 5th round. I think it's going to be one of the centers because Matthias Anderson, not too impressive. Unfortunately, he's got a lot of ratings that are not very good there. And then Zachary Bergeron's already 20 at a half-star ability, so I think we'll avoid him. We'll just focus on the centers here, and we will compare all of them. So let's see who's the best mentally here. So mentally, I would give Dumansky the nod. I mean, they're all relatively similar physically. Physically, I think I'd give the nod to Horyachka. Offensively, I think I'd have to go Dumansky. He got that 16 screening, only 12 passing, but he does have 14 puck handling, 13 offensive read. And then defensively, I would say I would give that to Horyachka as well, just because of that 14 positioning. So I think it's between Spites, Horyachka, and Dumansky. I think I've ruled out Sundstrom at this point. If Spites is on your roster, controversy will follow. Okay, ruling him out. And it seems like all these guys are at least a little bit prone to controversy. Of course, except for Sundstrom. he's the only one who isn't. But he's also, I would say, the least talented out of this group. So now I think it's between Dumansky and Horyachka. I think it'll be Horyachka, like that 14 positioning. So Landon Horyachka, welcome to the Hamilton Tigers. And that'll be it for this draft. So now let's advance and see if we got all of our free agent signings. And yes, indeed, we got all 4 of them. We got Gleason, Montebo, Mosier, and Lundqvist. And now, of course, we're at 90 million in salary. So I think we're going to trade one of our centers so that we can get Ryabkin some more ice time there. Because as of right now, he's 5th on the center depth chart. So I think we'll be trading Pinto, either Pinto or Colton. Let's see. Colton had 57 points last year. Pinto had 33. Colton had a much better grade as well than Pinto. Colton had 67, Pinto with a 58. Colton's a better hitter. Yeah, I think Colton's just better all around. The only thing that Pinto has over Colton is age. He's 4 years younger, but other than that, that's it. So yeah, I think we'll trade Pinto. He's making quite a bit of money as well, 5.72. So let's find a team that needs a center. And it looks like Seattle will take him in exchange for a 2nd round pick. I want to see if we could possibly get a 1st though from a team who's in a win now state. Yeah, that's not happening. Let's just make the trade with Seattle. So it'll be Pinto for a 2nd round pick for next year's draft. Offer trade. Oof. We'd have to take a player back. And it'll work if we get Yanni Gourde on there. So actually the trade value increased when we got Gourde on there. So maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to. Can we squeeze a 1st? No, I didn't think so. All right, then maybe a 2nd and how about a 4th? Yeah, we go a 2nd and a 4th for 2028 along with Yanni Gourde for Shane Pinto. Offer trade. And there it is. Seattle has accepted our trade offer. Shane Pinto to Seattle in exchange for Yanni Gourde, a 2nd and a 4th. Complete trade. And now we're going to have to trade Yanni Gourde because we're not going to be able to afford him either. So I will... Oh, we can't shop him. And no one's taking him. So I think we're just going to send him to Brampton. Hopefully that'll decrease our salary enough. Nope. All right, you know what? Let's just place him on the trade block. We don't have to trade him right away, but we are going to have to trade him before the season starts. And into the Hockey Hall of Fame this year are Alex Mogilny, Patrick Marleau, Ryan Miller, and Rob Brindamore. And here's our prospects tournament roster. In goal, you have Ravensbergen and Tjarland. On defense, as far as our own prospects go, you have Radivojevich, Merka, Hakansen, and Hayden. These two are not ours. And then forward-wise, you have Bjork, Ryabkin, Stenberg, Frondell, McCarney, Nemetz, Frollo, Romano, Bucher, Marsh, O'Neill, and Murniaks. So it's looking good. Looking good. Let's see how they do in the prospect tournament. Yeah, this is what I mean. Stenberg went back down to a 1.5 star ability. So I think the 1 additional year in Europe will do him some good. Bjork back up to a 5-star potential though. So I'm going to say 1 more year in Europe for him. I think we'll do him a lot of good, and we'll see how he is at the end of the season. And now look at the prospect tournament. We lost 3-2 to Carolina with goals by Murniaks and O'Neill. We had a 5-1 win over Montreal with goals by Parker, Murniaks, Frollo, Frondell, and Frollo. And a 3-1 win over Detroit with goals by Frollo, Murniaks, and O'Neill. A 5-4 loss against Colorado, goals by Frondell, Radivojevich, and Hayden. Then you have a 4-1 win over Washington with goals by Gastrin, Ryabkin, Radivojevich, and Ryabkin. Yeah, we're going to need to start looking for a trade for Gourde again. No one's offering a trade for him as expected. We might have to pay somebody to take him because we're not even able to get a 7th back. Hardly likely. Anaheim's got a lot of cap, so I think we'll send him there. And what if we just did it like this? Offer trade. Yeah, okay. Give up a player or a pick. So what we're going to have to do, I think, is go give them a 6th. And we get a 7th back. Not even that, really? Wow. They won't even do a 5th. Not even a 4th. We would have to give them a 3rd along with Yanni Gourde in order just to unload Gourde's salary. Honestly, I think I might just buy him out. That seems like the more prudent thing to do, honestly, at this point. Yeah, I think I'm going to buy out Gord. I would rather do that than lose a third. So yeah, place him on unconditional waivers. There you go. Oh boy, we have a large click going on here. You try to intervene there. Oh dear. Seems like all those guys are not liking the captain right now. Kirill Marchenko got on their bad side, it seems, by trying to intervene there. And now that Yanni Gord has cleared waivers, we can release him. So release Yanni Gord and pay 4.625 million. Yes, indeed, we will do that. So there you go. We are now below the salary ceiling, 85.8 million. I think I would like to sign some forward depth here out of free agency. So I will do that real quick. We'll sign Barclay Goodrow, asking for a minimum deal. Definitely give that to him. He has good positioning, good strength, good determination. I think we'll also sign Kevin Labanc, 31 years of age, good puck handler, decent defensively, pretty good mentally as well. So Kevin Labanc, I will offer you a 2-year deal for $934,000. And now I think we'll go after Marcus Pettersson. He's still on the free agent market. Good defensively, very good defensively, actually. He's only asking for 1.8 effectively. So I'll see if I could do that for him for 1 year. 1.9 for 1 year. No, he really wants that 2 years. All right, sure. I mean, I don't think there's going to be anybody else bidding for him at this point. It's already September. So we may as well just give him exactly what he wants. Ask for a response. There you go. And he'll probably end up taking the place of either Edvinsson or Burrows. And there you go. We have gotten all of Barclay Goodrow, Marcus Pettersson, and Kevin Labanc. So that brings us to 25 players. I think I'll shop Kyle Burrows here, see if we get something back for him. Nothing. All right, that's fine. We'll send him down to the AHL. He could be some good depth to call up when there's an injury. Then I think we'll trade Pajot as well. He's making quite a bit of money. 4.85 mil is a 2-star ability, 34 years of age. Yeah, we'll try to find a trade for him. Yeah, it looks like we get a fourth back for him. Either Nashville, New Jersey, or the Islanders. Let's send him to New Jersey. They're the only team that's in a win now state out of these three. So accept offer. There you go. I believe this will indeed be our roster heading into year number 4. Ooh, Marchenko, the captain, goes down for 1 to 2 months during the preseason. So he'll be out to start the regular season there. Ooh, look at that. Anton Frundell. He developed so much in training camp, apparently, that is up to 2.5-star ability now. Unfortunately, we can't sign him now at this point, but that is quite the improvement over such a short time. Let's check his development chart. Yep, physical rating's getting better. Agility going from 13 to 15. Speed going from 14 to 15. Determination going from 14 to 15. Leadership going from 12 to 13. Professionalism going from 13 to 14. Then you have getting open going from 15 to 17, I believe that is. Passing going from 12 to 13, shooting accuracy going from 14 to 15, and then hitting going from 11 to 12, positioning going from 14 to 16, and face-offs going from 11 to 12. So yeah, Anton Frundell looking pretty good. Obviously, we're going to have to leave him over there in Russia for the rest of the year. I believe that's where he is. Yeah, he's in the KHL, but he should be looking pretty good for next year. Ryabkin had some pretty good growth as well. Balance, aggression, determination, passing, face-offs, and positioning. Up to a 2.5-star ability, 4-star potential. Offensive category is looking pretty good now at this point. So we'll see what he's about this season, in his first season in North America. Hopefully coach actually plays him. Oh, wow. Bjork's up to a 3-star ability now. Wow. I mean, maybe we should have signed it, but you know what? This just means he can dominate over there in the SHL. Get 1 season of domination before coming over to North America. I think that would do him a lot of good. So we'll see what his stats look like after this season is over. But yeah, look at those ratings. 20 stamina, 18 acceleration, 18 puck handle. He's looking really good. I really like Vigo Bjork. With that, I think we'll simulate the first month and see what October brings us. Whoa, hold up. Simon Nemec on waivers. I mean, I get that he's unfit. You got that UNF there, but I mean, that's a 3-star ability defenseman, 23 years of age, 3.5-star potential, good personality, 43 points last year, 61 grade. I mean, yeah, I don't see any reason why we shouldn't here. I don't see a reason why we shouldn't take him. So let's claim him. Let's see if we get him. His cap hit's 3.7, but you know, for a player like him, we could definitely make some adjustments here. And there you go. We have claimed Simon Nemec off of waivers from the New Jersey Devils, so he has joined us. And we're fine for the moment, probably because Marchenko's on the injury reserve. But when Marchenko gets close to coming back, we're going to have to consider how we're going to rearrange this roster to fit under the salary cap now that we have Nemec. Oh boy, Moser injured now, fractured ankle, indefinite. He is on the long-term injury reserve list. I mean, I guess that comes at an opportune time because Marchenko's coming back soon, so that prevents us from having to fiddle with our roster in order to fit under the salary cap. But still not a good injury there for Moser. All right, Marchenko is back, so we will get him back on the roster. And at least at the moment, coach has Ryabkin playing on the first line alongside of Marchenko, so I'm liking the way he's thinking here. Ooh, another indefinite injury, this time for Barclay Goodrow, and it seems he is out for the rest of the season. Oh boy, Kaliev down with an injury, 1 to 2 months. And here we are at the trade deadline. We're currently 25, 40, and 3. Seems like we're going backwards compared to last season, at least in terms of our record. Only at 53 points currently. I would be surprised if we get to 30 wins with the way we've been going so far. So obviously we are sellers going into this deadline, but I would like for this to be the last year where we're really in this kind of state. You know, I would like to start seeing some results from the past few years of drafting and acquiring young players, right? So McCarney, Bjork, and Stenberg, they're all up to 2.5-star abilities now, so they should all be coming in next year. Ryabkin still at a 2.5-star ability. Let's see how he's doing. 36 points in 68 games played, 63 grade. All right. I mean, that's a solid rookie season so far for Ryabkin. Let's get a closer look at the player stats. You have 48 points for Kaliev in 66 games played. Then you have 45 for Newhook, 37 for Marchenko, 36 for Ryabkin, which is tied with Lundqvist, Beauvillier, and Savoie. They all have 36. 34 for Greig, 28 for Colton, 26 for Heinen and Nemetz, 23 for Ferraro, 20 for Gleason, 19 for Mahura, 17 for Messar and Pedersen, 16 for Hoglander, 7 for Makayev and Lebenk, 6 for Mosier and Edvinson, and then 2 for Goudreau. And then in goal, you have Lindgren in 24 games played with a 912, and Montebo in 54 games played with an 898. So who's going here? I think Makayev should definitely go on the trade block, considering he only has 7 points in 41 games played at the moment. And what's he asking for on an extension? Only $3 million for 2 years, so I guess that's not bad, but still, he's 33. I'd rather get something back for him if we can. Heinen, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get too much back for him, but I guess it couldn't hurt to see what he could fetch. I think we'll probably trade Colton as well. He's definitely not doing as well as he did last year. Beauvillier, he's 30 years of age. Wants 5.6 for 3 years. He's currently got 36 points. I would like to keep some veteran presence here, so I'm not entirely sure on him, but I will place him on the trade block for right now. And it looks like we have a big trade deadline ahead of us, so I'm going to end this one off here. And the next one, we will do the trade deadline of year number 4, and then we will make our way through the rest of the season.